Stage 3 of burnout is failure. We say failure because burnout causes unhappiness and detachment, which can actually threaten your job, your relationships, and your health. It affects us on an emotional, a physical, and a spiritual level. It affects us professionally and personally. It gives us the sense that life doesn't even seem worth living.
Yogi Berra says, "There is something I know about you that you may not even know about yourself. You have within you more resources of energy than ever have been tapped, more talent than ever has been exploited, more strength than has ever been tested, and more give than you have ever given." So let's recap what burnout is. Physical exhaustion leads to emotional withdrawal. When we don't have the energy to be present, we experience disconnect. Disconnection feeds the feeling of isolation. Isolation creates failure in our relationships, our work, and our life.
So we've just looked at what burnout is, how it differs from stress, what the warning signs are, and the 3 stages we experience when we're in it. Now let's move on to seeing what puts you at risk.
What puts you at risk? Well, let's take a look at the 3 areas of your life that have the greatest potential for putting you at risk: your work, your lifestyle, and your personality.
Work-related causes of burnout include working in a high-pressure environment, having to perpetually deal with chaos, or having overly demanding expectations. Another cause may be that those expectations aren't even clear. If you're in a work environment that fails to recognize or reward you for good work, that can also be a cause of burnout. In fact, often when we're burned out at work, we feel we have little or no control over it. Here's a tip. We've lost our big picture connection to why we're doing what we're doing. We've disconnected from a higher purpose and lost sight of who we are in relationship to our work.
Lifestyle causes of burnout include not taking care of ourselves, not getting enough sleep, and burning the candle at both ends. Physical exhaustion takes its toll when it goes on for extended periods of time. If you're taking on too many commitments and not asking for help, you might be setting yourself up for burnout. We live in a time when the roles we play can be relentless. Being a career professional, parenting, caring for our aging parents, being financial managers, taxi services, team captains, neighborhood organizers, and the list goes on and on. We've got to be careful not to try to be too many things to too many people. If you're working too much and not taking time to relax, you're going to pay for it. You've got to build in time to recharge, to socialize. Otherwise, you lose touch with your close, supportive relationships, and you're left feeling alone. This is a sure sign that burnout is creeping in and taking over.
Personality traits that contribute to burnout include a need to be in control. Often, people have a difficult time delegating to others. They may be perfectionists, and although their expectations are high, they never seem to feel that what they or others do is good enough. Type A overachiever personality types are susceptible to burnout. People who tend to have a negative take on things, including themselves, are particularly prone to burnout. And oftentimes, this negative view extends beyond themselves, and it's experienced on a global perspective.
So to summarize, if you experience work as monotonous or unchallenging, if you don't feel recognized or rewarded for good work, if you feel you have no control over the work that you do, if there are unclear or overly demanding expectations, or if you work in a chaotic or high-pressure environment, you are at risk for burnout.
If you're not taking care of yourself, not getting enough sleep, working too much and not allowing downtime to relax and socialize, taking on too many commitments, not asking for help, and not nurturing those close, supportive relationships that make life meaningful, you're at risk for burnout.
If you're a perfectionist, type A overachiever, if you need to be in control and have trouble delegating, or if you have a negative view of yourself or the world, you are at risk for burnout.
Now let's take a look at how we can prevent and recover from it.
Prevention and recovery. This is an important crossroad. We're going to identify the most significant factors for preventing and recovering from burnout. They include living your life on purpose, caring about and connecting with people, and putting yourself on your list. Get your pencils ready because we're going to give you 7 tips to eliminate burnout.
Tip number 1 is gratitude. The first hour of your day is the most important one. Before you get up, practice the attitude of gratitude. Just take a few minutes to breathe, relax and stretch. Start the day feeling inspired.
Fill your tank. We talk about this in every one of our training programs. We have to know how to take care of ourselves, or there won't be anything left to give to others. This is not selfishness, it is wisdom. Ask yourself this: what are the 5 things I'm grateful for?
Tip number 2 is respect your body. Drink a half a liter to 1 liter of water the first thing in the morning when you get up. Rehydrate yourself. And remember, exercise for 20 to 30 minutes, just moderately, nothing too intense. You can start where you're at, even if it's just walking up and down the stairs or walking around the block. Just get your body moving, get the blood circulating. Give yourself a chance to meditate for anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, just to quiet your mind and sit in appreciation. Eat something healthy. Make sure that the meal that you have in the morning sets the tone for the day, where you're giving yourself the energy and fuel your body deserves. Make sure you get plenty of rest, get plenty of sleep, and pay attention to your posture, because your posture helps your lungs fill and empty so that you're really oxygenating your system.
Your body is a temple. Treat it with respect. It is the vehicle that carries your soul. Without your health, you have a diminished capacity to affect your world. It's difficult to show up emotionally when your body is tired, sick, or hurting. It's an amazing machine. Give it a chance to work the way it was designed.
Tip number 3, just say no. Don't overextend yourself. Establish healthy boundaries. Get comfortable saying no. If you're committed to feeling guilty, identify that guilt to something that really matters. In other words, use it consciously.
That's right. Just say no. Best-selling author and world-renowned consultant Tony Robbins says, we have to get leverage. He says to use the way our mind works to our advantage rather than our disadvantage. If you're going to feel guilty about saying no, transfer that feeling into something really important to you. If you don't say no, what relationships will suffer? If you don't set boundaries, no one else will. Stephen Covey, author of The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, suggests that we can say no without diminishing someone else. Try this. I'd love to, but I've already made a previous commitment. You don't need to say that commitment is to take care of yourself or your family.
Tip number 4 is unplug. Set aside time each day when you're completely disconnected from technology. Don't answer your phone. You can call back later. Put away your laptop. Stop checking your email.
Unplug. Give yourself a rest. Give your mind a rest. Give your physical being a rest. Get out into nature whenever possible. Disconnect to reconnect.
Tip number 5, feed your creative spirit. Make a date with your inner artist. Try something new. Start a fun project. Resume a favorite hobby that you let slide by the wayside. Learn a new language. Play a new instrument. Plant a moon garden.
Creativity is a powerful antidote for burnout. Choose activities that have nothing to do with work. Relearn how to have fun and experience life just for the sake of the experience, not the outcome.